Something unusual is happening in the skies over Eastern Europe. While most of the world assumes Russia's air power is under strain, new jets are streaming into the battlefield faster than anyone expected. And they aren't just filling empty hangars, they are transforming the war in real time. But here's the question. How is Russia producing advanced combat aircraft under heavy sanctions, and what does it mean for the next phase of this conflict? Forget what you've read about stalled factories or broken supply chains. The story of Russia's 2025 aircraft deliveries is not about shortages. It's about adaptation, strategy, and battlefield planning. By the end of this video, you'll understand why these new Su-34 and Su-35 jets are more than machines. They're a signal of Russia's ability to sustain and escalate its air campaign. In early 2025, reports started surfacing from military aviation analysts. Dozens of newly built jets had left factories in Siberia and the Russian Far East. Su-34 fullbacks rolled off assembly lines in Novosibirsk. Su-35S fighters completed trials in Komsomolsk-on-Amur and flew directly to frontline bases. No fanfare, no ceremonial handovers. These planes went straight into combat. Think about that for a second. Aircraft leaving production lines and immediately joining units conducting live combat operations. Every delivery was operational. Every jet was meant to strike or defend, not just sit in a museum or hangar. The numbers themselves are telling. Reports indicate roughly 14 Su-34s and 10 Su-35s entered service in this first wave. Within days, they were moving to critical air bases like Voronezh, Akhtubinsk, and Morozovsk. These are not ceremonial locations. They are active combat hubs, supporting bomber and fighter regiments engaged daily in Ukraine. This shows a strategic intent. Russia is not merely maintaining air power, it's expanding and reinforcing it. Every new jet adds more firepower, more operational reach, and more pressure on Ukrainian defenses. If there's one aircraft that has defined Russia's air campaign over Ukraine, it's the Su-34 fullback. Designed as a long-range fighter bomber, it has evolved into the backbone of Russia's glide bomb operations. These jets can carry heavy-winged munitions capable of traveling dozens of kilometers before hitting their targets. That means Russian pilots can strike deep behind Ukrainian lines without ever flying directly over heavily defended areas. In modern warfare, range equals survival, and the Su-34 delivers. Early in the conflict, Su-34s took risks, low-level runs, exposing themselves to anti-aircraft fire. Losses were, well, significant. But the aircraft adapted. Now, with standoff glide munitions, enhanced avionics, and electronic warfare systems like Kobani, the Su-34 operates almost like flying artillery, precise, survivable, and relentless. The newest jets delivered in 2025 likely include subtle improvements, updated sensors, software tweaks, and refined countermeasures. In essence, these aircraft are battle-hardened designs learning from every mission. While the Su-34 is the hammer, the Su-35 is the shield. Russia's top 4++ generation fighter protects strike groups, patrols contested airspace, and intercepts aerial threats before they get close. Its advanced radar and long-range missiles can detect and eliminate Ukrainian aircraft far from Russian lines. Adding more Su-35s in 2025 multiplies Russia's protective envelope. More escorts mean more strike packages can launch safely. More patrols mean contested airspace becomes dangerous for Ukrainian jets. The combination of Su-34 and Su-35 is not accidental. It's a deliberate force multiplier. Here's where it gets really interesting. These deliveries happen despite severe sanctions and import restrictions. Analysts expected production to stall. Instead, Russia adapted. Domestic components replaced imports. Factories modified lines. Supply chains reorganized. The result? Continuous output. Multiple batches of combat aircraft delivered during wartime, with the 7th batch of Su-34s just this year highlighting stability. This is not stop-and-go improvisation, it's sustained, resilient industrial capability. For Ukraine, this means facing an adversary whose air power regenerates faster than it can be reduced. Each new Su-34 brings more glide bombs, more standoff strikes, and, well, more operational pressure. Each Su-35 adds air cover, enabling sustained Russian operations. For the world, it shows that advanced sanctions cannot immediately stop determined states from maintaining or even expanding critical military capabilities. Russia's aerospace resilience is honestly a case study in adaptation under pressure. The question now isn't whether Russia can rebuild its air force. It's how these jets will influence the next phase of the war. Longer-range strikes, increased sortie rates, and a layered air defense challenge for Ukraine are all likely. And there's a bigger strategic lesson here. Modern conflicts aren't just about attrition, they're about regeneration. Whoever can maintain, adapt, and escalate capabilities faster may control the battlefield, even when initial losses seem crippling. The new jets of 2025 are more than aircraft. They are a symbol of adaptation, resilience, and the escalating stakes in Ukraine. They remind us that in modern war, industrial capacity and operational agility are just as important as tactics or weapons. In the sky above Ukraine, the story isn't slowing down. It's evolving. And really, the consequences will be felt long before the headlines catch up. The war in Ukraine is far from static. With every Su-34 and Su-35 that joins the fight, the dynamic shifts. Understanding this isn't just about counting jets. It's about seeing how strategy, industry, and technology converge on the battlefield.